Hi, this is Anderson from Front's Solutions Engineering team. In this video, we're going to cover how you can create a ticket number experience for your customers. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably found it by going through our Help Center documentation. That Help Center documents 3 different options for you to create this ticket number experience. In this video, we're just going to cover the first 2, so using an autoresponder as well as a signature. So, as you can see on the screen here, the first thing that we did is actually I've actually configured to send an email into this shared inbox, se@testforfront.com. You can see we received it and an automated reply was sent. You can see here that the subject of the initial email was "Help me with my refund request," but now it's been updated to "Hello from us, this is your conversation ID, and this is the public ID for this conversation." So you can also see here that the automated response was sent. Front does a really great thing, which is if we send an automated response, we actually do collapse it by default, so it doesn't take up that much visual space. And you can see in the autoresponder, there is also the conversation ID there. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is our signature option. So if we create a signature, you can see here, I'm actually going to go into our signatures real quick. You can create personal signatures. You can see here I have a ticketing signature that I've created. I'm going to just make sure that it's visible across all channels, which it is, and I'm going to make it the first option here. Now, the signature itself says Anderson you, and then over here you can see it says, here is your conversation reference number, and doubles, curly brackets, and conversation public ID. So these curly brackets, this is a way for you to use dynamic variables within Front. The dynamic variables will, in any activity, pull in the associated information that you're looking for. So in this case, when I use the signature, it's dynamically populating and looking for the conversation ID, which is going to help your customer either reference the conversation they had with you when they're calling, or just reference the conversation in general. So you can just leverage that here. So you can see here, I've gone ahead and done that, save, and I'm going to go back into my my inbox here, and you can see here that the first signature is the one that I just created. You can see the conversation public ID is exactly the same throughout, right? So you can see here, we can change the subject line, you can include it in your autoresponder, or just keep it as a line in your signature. So it's less obtrusive that way, but still quite easy to find within each signature of a response. Now, I'm going to go over how you can actually create this automated reply experience here as well. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go into your team and go to message template. Here in your message template, you can see that I've created one called conversation ID auto reply. And here you can also set your subject line as well as put in the dynamic variable curly brackets conversation.public ID. And then in your body of your message, you can also include that dynamic variable there as well. Once you have the message template created, the next thing to do is actually create your automation. Now you can see here I've created a rule called Anderson Conversation ID Autoresponder, and the rule works like this, which is to say when there's an inbound message sent to a specific inbox, I want to reply with once with this conversation ID autoresponder. In most cases, right, you're trying to create an autoresponder that only sends this auto response one time per conversation, right? We don't want to keep on sending it to them because that's going to be quite noisy. So that's why we're going to use with reply with once. Now, the trade-offs between using the auto reply and the signature, or you could use them both together, but typically what we tend to see is people using the autoresponder if they really just want to kind of let the customers know, hey, we've received your email, this is a reference ID, so giving them that assurance. Whereas the signature option is really just kind of a constant, you don't have to go looking for the first email to find the conversation reference ID. You can always find it in the signature. So up to you on whether you want to use one or the other or both. If you have any questions, please feel free to direct them to our support team at support@frontapp.com. Thank you.